European one, Black Russian Terriers. Welcome to Malahovka. The dogs the story goes about appeared on our planet not long ago, as 50 years for a race isn't a long time. And nevertheless, there already are several legends of these dogs. One of them says the command to create our own type of security dogs was given by the State Security Minister L.P. Beria. The dogs were to be frightful, furious, bear great calls and hit very well and to be only their guide. Whether this was achieved, we'll try to find the answer behind these gates. Let me introduce you the Murcianos from Malahovka and their black terriers. The Malahovka village has been popular with the political, military and intellectual elite of the country in the 30s. Looking at such scenes makes one think that people who have created this race have overfulfilled the command. I mean, they really look furious, but in fact they aren't aggressive at all. Black Russian Terrier, and that's the race of this dog, judging by its character and behavior, its relation towards people turned out to be an ideal pet. And never mind who its owner is, an old or a young man, a man or a woman, it will be anyone, with the only exception of the smallest children. They will protect them, considering themselves to be the leader of the troop. Today it's true to say that Black Russian Terriers are called Black Pearls, Black Gold, Black Stars of Russia. We won't say anything against these different statements, as they are over somewhat right. A Black Terrier is really a very good dog. No one can now explain how these dogs were selected and enumerate all the races features of which can be found in the modern Black Terriers. In several European countries, they have also tried to repeat the selection of Black Terriers. The result was that they didn't manage to. As for the canine experts of the Central School of Military Dog Breeding, according to the recollection of G.P. Medvedev, the experience of horse breeders in selecting the Orlov Trotter and the Budonos race of horses was used during the creation of the Black Terrier. About 18 different dog races were used in the creation process, and though the base of the Black Terrier are Riesenschnauzer, Rottweiler, Airedale Terrier and Newfoundland Dog, it wouldn't have existed if not for some blood of the Russian Hound, the South Russian Sheepdog, the Russian European and the West Siberian Husky and others. They started to create the race in the early 50s. The senological experiments were so successful that already in 56 of the last century, first dogs found their masters who were amateur breeders. And that means that these dogs started to be shown at exhibitions. 3 years later, in 1958, the first standard of Black Terriers was published in a small booklet. Lots of specifications of the standard were made since then, and that shows Russian canine experts' constant work in perfection the race's exterior. Now the condition of this race says that breeding is going in the right direction. A dog possessing heavy massive skeleton moves with great easiness, indefatigability, and its peculiar character lets one use it as a nurse, a guard and a companion. Black Terriers know what their master's possession is very well. For better understanding of the race's nowadays standard demands, let's meet the dogs of the Malahovsky kennel. These dogs are 6. Lala Chernaya Oleksov Chernaya Staya was Marat and Helen's first. It's the first dog from Russia to win the Best in Show Juniors of the World Championship of 1995 in Brussels, and 5 years later it became world champion in Milan, keeping its feet all the time. The list of titles in its exhibitional career says for it. During this time, Lala became international champion, the vice champion of Europe 1996-1999, national club of the race champion Dmitriev 97, champion of Russia, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, the Baltic countries, Finland, Belarusia, the winner of lots of bests. 10 times Lala became a candidate to international champions. Lala passed a full course of Russian complex training and got 2 first-degree diplomas in general course of training and protective guard service. Lala's story in Mursianov's family was a lyrical digression. Once Helen was walking along Altayskaya street near a Gulyanovsky pond, each Muscovite knows.
I was walking with my kid from the kindergarten, and all of a sudden I saw the following. A big dog, harnessed in sledges, was driving a child in them. To me, this sight seemed just crazy, and I stopped. I was amazed by the exterior, proud look, and power of this huge dog. I stopped enchanted. Stopped to ask the owner what breed it was. It turned out to be a black terrier. At the moment, it seemed to me that the dog was huge, though the owner said it was a male dog of middle height, only 70 centimeters high. Today it's the lowest height limit for black terriers. I got interested in its working qualities, character. It also turned out to be a very contact male dog. It let me touch and stroke it, look at it as much as I wanted. And you know, I got fixed on the idea of having such a dog at home.
But this meeting wasn't the only reason why Helen and Murat decided to procure a black terrier. Practically at the same time, Helen happened to get a cassette, while watching which Helen saw one more black terrier, Oleg Cassandra-like. From this moment on, nothing could stop Helen, and it's easy to understand why. Cassandra was champion of Russia 3 times, 1993, 1994, 1995, champion of the national club of the breed 1994, world champion 1995, champion of Belgium. It took us rather long to choose a puppy. Lena looked at lots of litters. She was choosing a puppy, paying much attention to the mother's psychic. When Lena asked a very famous, at that time, breeder of her dog's psychic and behavior, she said, "It wants a whip." Of course, we didn't need such a puppy, such genes. We were lucky because when Lena saw Oleg Cassandra-like on the tape, it was already pregnant, and we had only to wait for the puppies. We were recommended to Ola Vorobyova, and Lena bought a black Russian terrier, Lala Chernaya. Oleg Cassandra-like is a unique dog. It had wonderful psychic. It got on well with children. And we saw Oleg Cassandra-like when walking on that tape. She was catching disturbers, fought ill-wishers, but after these frightful battles, a great many children came up to it, and Cassandra's reaction was perfect. It played with them, understanding that they were kids, not enemies. That was the main reason why we took Oleg Cassandra-like's cub. And because we met Oleg Cassandra-like and its owner, Ola Vorobyova, we now go on breeding dogs of this kind, paying special attention to our dog's psychic and not only to the exterior and walking qualities. Today, Lala is the most distinguished dog among black terriers of the planet, and first of all, because of its puppies. And Lala had 5 litters, being known in lots of countries of the world. Practically all of them inevitably win or become champions. Lala's exterior is worth detailed description, and this dog may serve as a wonderful illustration of the modern breed standard.
Lala is a dog of middle height, very compact, high in withers, strong, elegant, of desirable type, a well-formed, highly pedigree head with a volumeric muzzle proportional to the trunk, typical expression of dark eyes, middle-sized ears of high standing, dried-up, muscular, well-set neck of blameless length, a very strong trunk of strict, clear lines, with high long withers, strong top, broad short loins, a well-set croup of good form. Volumeric chest is prominent and broad enough in front, of perfect length and form, right corners of shoulders and normal straight front extremities, perfect back corners, well-developed hip and shank muscles, dried up and broad hook joints, moderate length metatarsus, plumply placed, close lumped pads of rounded form, volumeric hair very well groomed and prepared, black color is rich, with intensive pigmentation.
Yashka Malahovsky of the Russian dynasty was born because the breeders thought it necessary for such class dog to appear, because at that time very few male dogs of this level could be found.
Unfortunately, there were no male dogs of as high level as bitches were at the time, and I felt great desire to create a kind of a male dog that will combine exhibitional boldness with working qualities. So I followed Oля Vorobyova's advice and made an inbreeding on Oleg Cassandra-like. We mated her cubs, Lala Chorная Olex and her half-brother Yevsei Olex with each other. So we took a risk. It turned out that it had been worth risking, as there are 3 champions of the breed, world champions, champions of Europe and inter-champions in this litter.
The litter really happened to be very good, and one of the best male dogs, Yashka Malahovsky, stayed in the family. His magnificent qualities have been confirmed many times. That's how Kari Yarvinen describes Yashka.
A very beautiful dog, wonderful head, good proportions, perfect skeleton, one of the best top lines. The expert liked it very much.
This description was given at the 9th National and the 3rd International Exhibition of the Black Russian Terrier, where Yashka Malahovsky won in the champions class and became a candidate to champions of the national and international club. And this description Yashka was given at the International Exhibition Russia 98.
A typey, well-grown, stylish male dog with strict silhouette, profound and high in withers, large head, of perfect form with dark eyes. The neck is long enough, strong top, massive chest. The corners of shoulders are good, and the back extremity corners perfect. Free movements balanced and wide, the hair is rough, wavy.
With this description, Yashka got his new say-sip and became the best of his breed, then the best in his group, and as a result he won the Best in Show. He is the first and only black terrier till now to have won the Best in Show at Russia, in particular in 1998. Yashka, who was born on the 1st of December 1996, is one of the most titled dogs of the country. He is international champion, champion of Europe 1999, the vice champion of Europe 2000, champion of Russia, Belarus, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, the Baltic countries. He became champion of the Russian Kinologic Federation 3 times, champion of the National Club of the breed. 13 times Yashka brought home to Malahovka say-sip certificates, not to tell about sets. He has 28 of them. Many times Yashka became the winner of the Best in Show and the prize winner of this final contest at large international exhibitions of dogs of all breeds. Like his mother, Lala, he passed a complex training and has 2 first-degree diplomas. Yashka Malahovsky has lots of cubs from different bitches in different tribal unions, but his label gives his ability to win to his cubs. Yashka Malahovsky, a son of Lala Chorная, is a unique dog. Well, tell me, have you ever seen a dancing dog? And not just a dog that was taught to dance. No, Yashka enjoys dancing. He doesn't want to get a thing for his dancing, but he involves everyone in his performance, never mind dogs or people. And now, try to make us believe that black terriers have no mental activity. You will be doing that long, persistently, and in vain, and will be dancing with Yashka. We'll all enjoy it. Another Lala Chorная of Chorная Staya's daughter, Russkaya Kraля Lala of Russian dynasty, lives in Mersyanov's house in Malahovka. At the moment of shooting the film, she wasn't even 2 yet, but she already was champion of Russia, Portugal, a candidate to the National Club of the Breed champions. At the latest Euro Asia, Kralia Lala won in intermediate class. These titles aren't many yet, but we shouldn't forget about her age.
A well-grown, highly typey and stylish young bitch with quite volumeric trunk. Her pedigree head is quite big, of wonderful form and proportions. Her width is well developed, the top is strong, movements are easy, free, with a powerful push. Kralle is a very effective young dog and it's still growing.
There are 3 more dogs at the kennel. They are all Yashka Malahovsky's cubs from different mothers, after whom they took a wonderful pedigree type. Still, they got something that is valued in black terriers from their father too. We are speaking about their strong iron top and powerful push. And the main thing is that Yashka gives his posterity powerful, well-grown, proportional, harmonical constitution. This is the very thing that marks them out at ring and constantly attracts experts' attention. Yashka improves and modernizes the pedigree type of the black terriers greatly. It was important for us to make sure that Yashka is a good sire. That's why there are 3 cubs, Yashka's cubs, in our house. They are from different beaches, different towns. Lena's idea was to bring to Moscow puppies from different beaches, different litters, different regions and towns of the country. 3 of them stayed in our house, and we consider our choice to be absolutely right. The first is prima donna Malahovskaya, who came to us from St. Petersburg. The second was born in Tver, that's Razboynik Yashkin Sin. And the third is Kalinka Malinka. She is from Barnaul. To keep these 3 puppies was also a kind of risk, but we took it, and we can surely say Yashka is a high-quality sire. Not Pride prima donna Malahovskaya, just Pola at home, was born at the end of January 1999. Her birthday coincided with Helen Mersianova's birthday, and it was Yashka Malahovsky's first litter. Pola was admitted to be the best bitch at the international exhibitions: Great Volga 2000, Russia 2000, White Nights 2000, and Euro-Asia 2001. She is already champion of Russia, 2 times champion of the Russian Kinologic Federation, champion of Estonia, Lithuania, Belarusia, Ukraine, Poland, the vice champion of Europe 2000 in Poznan, twice a candidate to champions of the national and international club. Primadonna has 7 sibs. Its hairdresser mentioned that it's very easy to cut Pola. All you need to do is just cut a silhouette of its figure. The dog attracts attention by its wide movements, femininity and strictness.
When involved in a program dealing with animal shooting, I had an opportunity to mix with all dog breeds that are presented in our country. But when I saw this breed, Black Russian Terrier, and it was in 1995, I suddenly realized that I wanted to have this very dog, though representatives of different breeds had lived in my house all my life. This dog seemed to combine all possible, even unmatchable qualities. It was a very big, but at the same time very tender dog. It was a dog one feels good with during vacation, at home, with friends, at the country, who will protect you in all sorts of situations, and at the same time you'll be safe from different accidents while walking with it. It gets on well with children. When 2 years ago I took a black terrier, I felt as if the happiest man on earth, because my long-cherished dream came true. I now had what I had wanted all my life, as it turned out. Look how placidly this dog lies when I treat his wounds. It means that black terriers have stable and steady psychic. This was the reason why I took a black terrier. And as I have known Lena and Marat and watched their dogs for a long time, I have understood that this temper does for me very well. As I'm a vet, I know that black terriers have good health and immunity, and this pet will heal very soon.
And Razboynik Yashkin Sin also lives in the kennel. He is called Bonnie at home. He was born on the 1st of September 1999. Kari Yarvinen chose Bonnet the best puppy among male dogs at the 9th National and the 3rd International Exhibition of the Black Russian Terrier Dmitriev 2000. Bonnet was 7 months then. Already then Bonnet could, because of his size, be taken for a little grizzly bear in dusk. 3 months later, Bonnet became a prize winner at Russia 2000 in Best in Show among juniors. A bit later, at Europe 2000 in Poznan, Bonnet became young champion of Europe and of Poland. In a year, in spring of 2001, he won his first Best in Show. Why did Bonnet have so many titles at such a young age? The answer to this question is in his description.
A highly typey, brilliant representative of the breed, powerful, strong, solid, perfect head, magnificent trunk and movements, wonderful hair and preparation.
It belonged to a FCI expert in all dog breeds, the chairman of the National Standards Committee, Natalia Mikhailovna Karpusheva. Today Bonnet is champion of Russia, Portugal, Ukraine, twice a candidate to champions of the national club, the vice champion of the world 2001. And at last, Kalinka Malinka, the youngest in the kennel. She's just a bit more than 1 year old. She was born in April of 2000. She's already become the best puppy at exhibitions 5 times and the best junior twice. At the exhibition Belorussia 2000, Magdalena Kozlovska, a FCI expert from Poland, gave Kalinka the following description that is hard not to agree with.
Kalinka Malinka is an extremely harmoniously built, elegant, stylish bitch, a wonderful head, very good expression of dark eyes, a long neck, a very good top line, a compact trunk, deepened chest. Its movements are balanced, free, with long steps, a very good color and quality of hair.
In August of 2001, when Kalinka was 15 months, she became the best in breed and the best dog at the exhibition when she won the Best in Show in Tula. Of course, it's not easy to keep 6 black terriers at home, but we have a settled impression that here in Malahovka all the hardships are of less importance. Naturally, we want to understand how Helen and Murat made their dogs live together so peacefully, harmoniously. In fact, everything is easy. Of course, the main thing is love. The thing is that our dogs live with us, we are a family. It seems to me this fact helps us not only bring up very good, kind-hearted, intelligent dogs, but also enriches us greatly. We become kinder, even merrier. Thanks to the dogs, we have acquired lots of friends. They are glad to come to our place, and we are glad to see them. And we can definitely say, this way of life, when a dog enjoys full rights of a member of a family, lets us receive from our terrier loyalty, nobility, intelligence, kindness, and even selfishness when necessary.
Very often, people who had bought puppies from us or from complete strangers call us or write to us from different towns asking how they should bring up and feed their puppies properly. Before answering this question, I always show interest in its character and behavior, and only then give my advice. And if you want to talk to us, call us, come to us, and we'll be glad to share our experience with you.
The symbiosis of a man and dog seems to have existed ever since the man realized himself as a man. Nowadays, no one contests this fact. It's lots of times been confirmed by natural culture science. Their number continues growing with every new ecological expedition to any part of the planet. We are no different from our ancestry, and dogs still live by our side, forming our moral world inside our consciousness. Maybe this fact can explain some likeness between dogs of different breeds and their owners. So black terriers indicate that the people in whose family they live are calm, reasonable, possess good reaction on what happens around them. Maybe it's another mystery of the world, but we are talking about breed's choice. Anyway, only dog becomes a companion to the man who has chosen it. And huge black terriers, whose power can be compared with the power of a tank, are no different from little doggies of the 9th group from this point of view. Of course, it's all about the behavior, and not the opportunities. No pug, no lapdog, no poodle, and even no griffon can drive in your sledges or on skis, lay the road in snow-drifted wood, for its master and feel itself very well in winter, and take part in show funs of a man for any amount of time. And in summer, black terriers are glad to bathe together with you, become Newfoundland dog, rescuer if necessary. During holidays, black terriers enjoy themselves. They enjoy drinking fountain water and swing riding. If a person likes animals, then his dogs at least don't notice these animals. And those who were brought up in the right way consider them to be their master's possession. They won't eat a guinea pig or swim in a small pool with golden fishes, or try a turtle's shell. Black Terrier's inner intelligence extends to the guests, those called. We suggest watching what can happen to an invited guest. This way, Yashka Malahovsky works to protect his owner from two people's attack. Yashka has a unique ability to walk in different parts of the body. He even became a kind of a legend at his training center. And that is an exhibitional dog. Lala also easily handles current baby protection, though it's already 7. And in just a minute, Lala easily mixes with children, showing no aggression at all. The walk of Yashka's daughter, Primadonna, is tough and clear, in the chest. We should notice that Primadonna's puppies were only 10 days old when the film was shot. You already like black terriers and want to have such a dog at home? Don't hurry, please watch our film to the end, as you will need great patience and even more industry for the puppy you take to your house to become an exhibitional dog with work diploma.
We've made sure that 70% of success in breeding a champion is in your hands. Even if you take a cub from a super champion, it won't become a champion unless you work at the problem.
Breeding of black terriers started with extremely plain working dogs. We'll make a small digression here. Aviators consider only beautiful planes to fly well. A beautiful dog appeared as a result of creating the black terrier. Its working qualities correspond with its beauty. Though the FCI standard has no working tests for black terriers, more and more of these dogs do IPO normatives. That's why black terriers become more and more popular, and there is a stable demand on their puppies. Puppies' birthdays are taken very seriously in Marciano's family. There is a special room for the puppies. There is everything one needs taking care of the mother and her puppies. The main principle is quarantine before the first vaccination of the puppies. The second principle is daily control of the growing puppy's weight. Here it's easy for prima donna to feed her puppies, and though it's her first litter, Polly turned out to be a caring and thoughtful mother. Besides, it's the first litter in this kennel. The mating between prima donna and Rozboinik was to secure the father Yashka Malahovsky's best qualities. The puppies will be drinking their mother's milk for about 3 more weeks, and then they will eat puppies' balanced food. But Helen will explain this better.
Our experience in breeding puppies shows that they can be fed both with natural food, with some mineral additional, fertilizing and vitamins added, and with professional food. Anyway, puppies become merry, healthy and nice. But a more important thing is the procedure of feeding. More action, more air. And the most important thing is to love your puppies that were born in your house, that were brought up there, because they live in this world with what you've given them, put into them.
While growing up, puppies are bit by bit trained to the exhibitional stand and right movements. The most important thing about bringing up an exhibitional dog is constancy. You have to work with puppies at least 5 minutes a day. This time can be prolonged depending on the puppy's condition. Your alumnus should be merry, work with pleasure, and not get tired. Look how Svetlana Malahovskaya works. She is also Yashka's daughter, and she is only 26 weeks old. 2 months before, she became the best puppy at the regional exhibition of the National Club of the Breed, Romania Cup 2001. It's clear that any ride to an exhibition requires preparation. Different dogs get prepared in different ways. As for the black terrier, haircut and combed with trimmings, so a special instrument is called are required. It's done at time personally arranged for the dog. And now just imagine how hard it would be for a dog hairdresser called groomer to work if Bonner or any other black terrier just didn't want to be cut and combed. Both constant training from the very beginning and very good character that the genotype of the Malahovka dogs guarantee help to overcome this rather unpleasant moment in the dog's life. Of course, haircut isn't the only thing a dog needs to be a success in exhibition. A dog needs to be washed, and one better use not children's soap or a shampoo for greasy hair, but special professional cosmetics for dogs. You should take into the consideration that the black terriers have hair structure is the one that is very hard to soap evenly. Shampoo is mixed with water in a watering can with a long spout. Pouring the dog out of the washing can, one can get even allocation of the washing fluid. This simple thing helps to wash their hair well. A conditioner is a necessity to guarantee washing out the shampoo and not to change black terrier's hair type. The next thing is drying up. A common hair dryer isn't enough here. You need a special one. Plus the time you need to spend to dry black terrier up. Those who don't want to attend exhibitions with their black terrier, we inform that the dog can be short cut. This is so-called hygienic cut, but your dog will still remain beautiful, especially if it's Yashka's son. Its character also won't change because of the length of its cut. It means that your black terrier will be kind and thoughtful for you. A dog with such a cut should be washed as soon as it gets dirty. It also usually has no placas. But if you don't take care of your black terrier at all, its character can certainly change for the worse. I mean the dog will get offended with all the consequences. As we're again talking about its character, I should mention that self-expression is very important to them. Yashka Malahovsky reveals it during his trainings. Any dog needs to be trained. As physical condition of the dog is also a very important part of its success at exhibitions. Trainings are pleasure to Yashka. Look at the way this dog runs, how much boldness, energy he puts in his every movement. It doesn't matter to him what or whom he can meet on his way. He pays no attention to this. The most important thing is running. Running is pleasure. Everything is for pleasure. If another dog runs with him, he leaves it not a chance to win, just because of his wish to be the first. While watching another Malahovka dog, Lala Chornaya, you understand that here everything is submissive to another thing. Economy. Lala will run as long as it's necessary and won't get tired. If she has to follow somebody's traces, this creature will have no chance to get away from Lala, never mind whether it's a dog, a cat or even a kangaroo. And she is already 7.5 years old. Let's wish Lala long life. Bonia has a different walking program. Such a heavy and powerful young male dog, he wasn't even 2 when this film was shot. Helen trains Bonia by running with him. Physical training does him good, he has to get tougher. Helen tries to be with Bonia carefully, just like it has to be done with heavy dogs. And we can already see some results. It can be very well seen by his strong top line and dizzy movements, though his weight is rather big and bones are rather heavy.
Black Terrier is a strong dog capable of driving young and old in sledges or on skis in winter, and swimming near the boat for 30-40 minutes, being at least 1 millimeter ahead of it in summer, and it's our Lala. Black Terrier is a beautiful, gracious dog that goes out to the ring like a model walks on the podium, and that's about our prima donna. Like Paula?
Black Terrier is a fearless dog, ready to thrust at the plotter to protect its master and any member of the family at the first signal, and that is our Yashka.
Black Terrier is a proud dog, always watching the life in the troop to be peaceful, and that's our Kraля. Black Terrier is a huge dog, but at the same time it moves easily, and that is our Razboynik. Black Terrier is an intelligent, tender dog that gets on well with children, letting them do practically everything. Play a ball, ride it. I can even target its ears, delve into its beard and moustache, and eat from its bowl. And that's our Kalinka. Black Terriers are show dogs that have passed away from a breed little known in the world to winners of Best in Shows of Russia and the world. And these are our Blackies.
You now know the black Russian Terriers of the Malahovsky kennel. In fact, they are just like the other dogs from other kennels. Maybe they have more prizes, but that's the consequence of what and how their masters gave to them. Dogs aren't a means to get some money for them. They don't live separately in cages, none of which can be found in Malahovsky, but together with the family. They treat their dogs humanized manner. When you see this all, you understand that black terriers, at least those of this kennel, have future, and this future is being planned today. We tried to open the mystery called Black Russian Terrier. Those of you who would like to study this mystery deeper might decide to buy this breed's representative. We just can't help saying that. During the shooting and cutting of this film, Yashka Malahovsky became first-time champion of RCF at Russia 2001. There he won the best of breed and became the third in his group. And a week later, the cubs of Yashka and Layla also got some new titles in their career at Dmitriev 2001. Razboynik at his 2 won his class and became the champion of the breed. Primadonna also won her class and became a champion of the breed in her 30th month, and Krala, having become the best of breed, got the champion of the national and international club of the breed. So now there are 5 breed champions living in Malahovka: Lala, Yashka, Krala, Primadonna and Razboinik. And that seems to be no end, so to be continued.